Good evening, members of Sabino United Methodist Church. I want to thank you so much for accepting to listen our story, the story of African immigrants and refugees in Dallas. My name is Reverend Mary Miriti Jackson. I'm born and raised in Kenya, eastern side of the slopes of Mount Kenya. I am a 12th baby or a last born among the 12 siblings. And I grew up in different challenges in my country. My father was the first man in our village to take girls to school because of the exposure that he got from the British settlers in Kenya. And although he took the girls to school, I was the first daughter, though the last one, to obtain a university degree that I achieved in Daystar University, which is a Christian university, and I did in business administration and management. This university was that time in 1993 affiliate of Messiah College in Pennsylvania. I was called to ministry in those early days when I was in high school in 1983 and got ordained with the Methodist Church in Kenya in 1986 as a lay preacher. A lay preacher is equivalent to a lay preacher speaker in United Methodist Church here. They are charged with the work of preaching every Sunday in different churches within the region because the churches could not be able to employ a minister. And so minister could come to a church once a quarter. And so before I came to the United States in 2003, I had been preaching for 16 years in Kenya. I am married to Kenneth Jackson, and we have 5 children, 3 biological boys and 2 adopted girls. Arriving to America was not as I thought, because within myself I thought this is a country where everything is easy, but it was not as I thought. Challenges became more than opportunities. And those challenges drove us to be homeless. Homelessness drove us to be in a shelter. And we lived in a shelter for 4 months. I myself being in a shelter, I equated it to Paul being in jail. Being in jail where you cannot do something what you want to do. No freedom of yourself. And that was the same in the shelter. As Paul was inspired by God to write the Gospels while he was in jail, I was inspired when I was in shelter to go to full-time ministry in this country. And when I left the shelter, I started inquiring how to be a minister and serve in this country. I was able to be seconded by the Lovers Lane United Methodist Church in Dallas, and I was able to go to Parking School of Theology to do my MDiv. While I was doing my training at Parkings, I was able to go the process on being an ordained minister in North Texas Conference of the United Methodist Church. When I graduated in 2011, I was appointed to be an associate pastor at Grace United Methodist Church in Dallas. And while I was there, the Spirit of God emerged this thing within myself to start a congregation or to start a fellowship with African immigrants. We started meeting once a month, and we continued to start doing it twice a month. And then later, we found ourselves doing it every Sunday. When I got ordained in 2014, I was charged to start a new church of African immigrants and refugees in Dallas. I was the first African female to be ordained in North Texas Conference of the United Methodist Church in 2014. And that one gave me an opportunity to be able to serve our people. Oasis is a new church start that is reaching out to impoverished Africans, immigrants, and refugees that have settled in Dallas area. We are the first congregation in the conference that is identified with Africans. And we are there to empower these people that are new, to help them assimilate to the culture of America. We are there to be able to open doors for them, and that is why we are called Oasis. It's an oasis in a desert. America is a desert if you are here and you are alone and you don't have your family. America is a desert when you come here and you have no job. America is a desert, is treated as a desert when you are here and you have nowhere to stay, nobody to associate with. And so Oasis is a place where these African immigrants, when they come, they can be able to connect with us, and we can be able to empower them, and we can become an oasis in their desert. And so my experience that I went through, being an immigrant here, being homeless here, being a person to start all over again, I've been able to be strengthened and to be empowered in such a manner that I'm able to impart these people when they come here. So my call to you today is to request you to partner with us. And that is what I'm doing with most of the churches that I connect with, to partner with us so that you can help us to empower these people to be able to assimilate to our culture quicker than sooner. My call to you today is to ask you, can you open your doors, as the Methodist says, that we have open doors, we have open hearts, and open minds? Can you be part of those that are doing the same to us and partner with us so that we can be able to be a church that is inviting to these immigrants? When they come here, they need a space where they can worship their God as they were worshiping in Africa. When they come here, they want a space where they can worship in their own native language. Your language speaks to your heart more than any other. When they hear, they want a space where they can be able to connect to each other and be able to feel they have a place of their own. And that is what Oasis is offering to these people. And so our captivity is, or our problem is, we are not financially empowered. Our people are impoverished. Our people have little to be able to stand on their own. Our people have the children who have come that they are not even English literate. So what we are doing to develop programs to be able to teach these children ESL, and then they can be able to catch up with the school. We are able to try to help the parent to learn English so that they can be able to communicate the place of work. We are able to help these parents to be able to look for jobs and to know where to go for jobs. We are able even to teach them how to live in their own homes. We are able to teach them even hygiene for them so that they can be able to stabilize and interact with others freely. So what am I for here today? On the screen, I wish I'm there physically, is to request you to be a church that is embracing, to embrace us. A church that has open doors. You can open doors for us. A church that has an open heart. The church that has open mind to be able to understand us and to be able to include us in your system. How I want to thank Reverend Glenn, even to be able to connect me with you. He has experienced us while he was in the seminary because he was a very big support of us every Wednesday during the week when we used to have services. And even now, he supports us financially. Every month, he is able to give us something that can be able to be part of building the church. And so today, Church of Sabino, I want to thank you so, so much for letting me speak to you and letting you know who we are and letting you to understand where we come from. And so my plea today is for you to take us and embrace us and partner with us. Not only now, once. Not only 1 year, 2 years. You can embrace us and partner with us in our life for 10 years down the line until you see ourselves stand on our own feet. I want to thank you so much again, and God bless you. Thank you.